Hello YouTube, I'm back again. I thought this time I'd give you a little update on my computer hobby, which some of you may not know, but I am in IT. I'm a systems administrator, so I dabble in the computer stuff too. I have recently put together a water cooling unit in my desktop PC down there, which I will take out and show you shortly. But this is my desktop work area. I got stuff everywhere. I'm trying to clean up and get rid of a bunch of old stuff. So yeah, but I will take the PC out and put it up here on the table and show you guys the water cooling setup inside. It's pretty cool. I really think I did a good job on it. I haven't done one in about 10 years, so yeah, things have changed quite a bit, especially from the days of when you go to Home Depot and buy most of your water cooling components. But yeah, I'll show you guys all that stuff in just a minute. Alright, thanks for watching. Alright, so here's the outside of the case without anything taken off. See water cooling tubing and coolant in there. And there's not much on that side. And here's all the ports and stuff. Alright, now I'll take the side panel off and show you the inside. Alright, so here it is with the cover off. I have a 420mm radiator on the top with 340mm fans. I have one in the back exhausting. I have two in the front bringing in cool air. There's the reservoir and the pump. This is the drain valve for bleeding out the system, and it goes up to the graphics card. This is a GTX970. It's an EVGA model. And the motherboard is a 990FX AMD board from Asus. And we're running an 8320 CPU. It's currently clocked at about 4.2 gigahertz. Still has room to go. I just haven't messed with it for a while. And then I have two RAID adapters there. One of them supports 6 gig and the other one's 12 gig SAS. They all have the ability to run SAS drives on them. And that's why I have so many disk arrays here. You know, big ones, little ones, a ton of them. There are no hard drives in this case. On the other side, there are no hard drives mounted. Any disk storage is connected through the SAS connection in the back. Right now I'm on the top one, but I have 8 1.92 terabyte 12 gig SAS SSDs that I would like to get installed on this system, but before I can do that I have to find a 12 gig SAS backplane, and those can be a little bit expensive. So yeah, and they're not compatible with the old SAS 6 gig backplanes. I've figured that out. You've got lots of problems if you're trying to mix those two. It's not like the old SATA 3 gig and SATA 6 gig and SATA 1.5 that were all backwards compatible. It doesn't work that way anymore. But yeah, it's about $8,000 worth of drives that I've got here that are gonna go in there someday. There's only half of them. So yeah, this water cooling build at least, was inspired by Jay's 2 cents. He's on YouTube. It's Jay's Jayz 2 TWO cents CENTS. Check out his channel. He's got a bunch of builds like this. He has a really kick-ass monster gaming system with multiple graphics cards and i7 CPU that he just upgraded on it. It's pretty sweet, but I don't really need that right now, and nor do I want to spend the money on it. So we'll see if AMD releases something nice the next year. I might upgrade or maybe go to Intel, but right now the AMD CPUs are kind of plateaued, so there's not a lot of worthy upgrade paths for this machine right now. But it's been going for several years now. I bought that motherboard and CPU almost probably about 3 years ago, almost exactly. And oh yeah, it's got 16 gigs of DDR3 ECC memory. This is my primary gaming rig as well. One thing I did that a lot of people don't do is add a fill port at the top of the case that goes into the reservoir, and it has this very nice, sleek looking plug set up so I can pour in new coolant without causing a lot of spillage and issues and worrying about it overfilling, and it's just a lot easier. I just pull that one plug there to get the air in, and then run the pump to bleed the system and all that. And obviously, getting the fluid out is pretty easy as well. So, this is a fractal define S case. Doesn't have any provision for optical drives, which is fine. I can use an external optical drive if I want to play Blu-rays or DVDs or burn any, but I haven't burned any discs in probably 5 years, so that's not very common for me. Yeah, there's a mismatch of parts in here to build this water cooling system. You can see some EK water blocks parts there for the CPU water block and graphics water block. I actually bought the 970 water block that you see here used off of eBay. The guy was selling it, had all the pieces in the back plate. It was for something like $100, and to buy it brand new would have been, with a back plate, would have been upwards of 160. So I got a good deal on that. And all these tubes I've bent by hand. These are PETG plastic. I heated them up and bent them and fit them into the system here. So I think I did a pretty good job for this being my first hard tubing build. I even got those lined up pretty darn good. One doesn't stick out much further than the other. I can find an angle to show you. Yeah, they're really close, which is good. But, you can see I tried to go with as much plastic bends as I can and as few metal fittings as possible, because metal fittings are more expensive, and I just wanted the flow look of the plastic tube with the white coolant inside of it. I thought that was really cool. I didn't have this kind of stuff 10-15 years ago, so I'm going to be mixing radiator fluid for your automobile, antifreeze, and distilled water to run it. So I did that for many years. It worked alright, but it's a new age, so I'm staying with the times. But yeah, Antec 1000 watt power supply. It's semi-modular. You can see I only really need one drive lead coming off of there for the fans and stuff. And I have some lights that I'm going to put in here eventually. Let's see if I like them. I may not. I might switch to something else. But, yep, there she is in all of her glory. But, yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this. get a look at my primary gaming and workstation rig here. Thanks for watching.